And Jai Shri Rupa Nuga Guru Bhaga ki Jai. Srila Gurudev ki Jai. Srila Guru Maharaj ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. And Sri Chaitanya Saraswati Acharya Vrinda ki Jai. And so reading from Sri Caitanya-caritāmṛta, continuing Madhya-līlā, chapter number 13. Hare Krishna. This for Srila Gurudev, Srila Guru Maharaj. Anyway, this is Prasada Mala from our masters. Jai. And chapter 13 of Madhya-līlā, Mahaprabhu dancing in front of the Ratha-yātrā cart. So yesterday, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu danced completely absorbed in ecstatic emotion. While looking at the face of Jagannath, he danced and recited these verses. No one can describe the good fortune of Swarup Damodar, for he is always absorbed in the service of the Lord with his body, mind and words. The senses of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu were identical with the senses of Swarup Damodar. Therefore, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to become fully absorbed in tasting the singing of Swarup Damodar. So this is where you ended yesterday. So starting on text number 165, Sri Caitanya-caritāmṛta, Madhya-līlā, chapter 13. So the Ratha-yātrā is still going on. It doesn't end. It's continuing. And almost certainly, somewhere in the world, someone is reading each part of Caitanya-caritāmṛta, because hundreds and thousands of devotees are reading Caitanya-caritāmṛta every day. So we are here. Text 165, in emotional ecstasy, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would sometimes sit on the ground and looking down would write on the ground with his fingers. The ground would be made of mud, no doubt, not anything of this world. Give me one moment. Govinda. Okay, so that verse in Bengali, now you had time to memorize the meaning. So, bhavira aveshe kabu bhumite basya thara jannite bhume like ado mukha hoya. Next verse. Angulite katta hobe jani damodara bhaye nija kore niraya kabu kara. Feeling that the Lord would injure his finger by writing in this way, very очень хорошо for our Russian speakers. Feeling that the Lord would injure his finger by writing in this way, Swarup Damodar checked him with his own hand. Because he's writing on the ground, or he's writing something. Then next verse, Swarup Damodar used to sing exactly according to the ecstatic mood of the Lord. Whenever a particular rasa was being tasted by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Swarup Damodar would personify it by singing. He would understand what Mahaprabhu is thinking, and then he would sing about that rasa. So Prabhu, that verse, Prabhura bhavana rupa svarupera gana Jabi je rasa taha kori murtiman. Next verse. Shri Jagannathera dekhi Shri Mukha Kamala Tahara Uppara Sundara Nayana Jugala. So Mahaprabhu looked upon the beautiful lotus-like face and eyes of Lord Jagannath. That's kind of a short translation, but Jagatera, Shri Jagatera dekhe Shri Mukha Kamala Taru Uppara Sundara Nayana Jugala. Next verse. Shuryera Kirane Mukha Kore Jala Mala Malya Vastra Dibya Alankara Parimala. Jagannath was garlanded, dressed with nice garments and adorned with beautiful ornaments. This is the second line. His face was glittering from the rays of sunshine, and the entire atmosphere was fragrant. So the two lines the other way around. Well, not exactly, but anyway, the translation isn't exact order. But Suryera kirane mukhe kore jalamala, malya vastra dibya alankara, all the jewelry, parimala, fragrance, surrounded by fragrance. Prabhura hridoye ananda sindhu uttalila, unmada janjaravata tat kane utila. An ocean of transcendental bliss expanded in the heart of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and the symptoms of madness immediately intensified like a hurricane. Hare Krishna, Janjavata is hurricane. Vata is air, right? Yogi people, Vata, so Janjavata, hurricane, Janja. Anandomade, crazy happiness. Happiness crazy. Anandamade, Uttaya, Bhavira, Taranga, Nana Bhava, Siñce, Upajila, Juddha Ranga. So, beautiful expression. The madness of transcendental bliss created waves of various emotions. The emotions appeared like opposing soldiers staging a fight. The madness of transcendental bliss created waves of various emotions. The emotions appeared like opposing soldiers staging a fight. Anandam mada uttaya bhavira taranga nana bhave sainya uppajaila yuddha ranga. Fighting. Next, bhavodaya bhava shanti sandhi shabalya sanchira sattvika sthāyi svabhava prabalya. Well, you probably got some of that. There was an increase in all the natural emotional symptoms. Thus there were awakening of emotions, peacefulness, joined, mixed, transcendental and prevalent emotions and impetuses of emotion. Well, go with that. Shanchari sattvika sthāyi. Sthāyi bhava prabala. Okay. Prabhura sharira jaina shuddha hemachala. Hemachala, Himalayan mountains. So, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Prabhura of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, sharira jaina shuddha hemachala. His body as if like the shuddha, pure Himalayan mountains. Then bhava pushpa druma, emotional pushpa druma, flower trees. Tahe pushpita sakala. In that situation, pushpita, blooming with flowers, sakala, all. Okay? Prabhura sharira jaina shuddha hema chala. Bhava pushpa druma. Bhava pushpa druma. Tahe pushpita sakala. Okay, we sometimes need the translation even when we have the word by word. Mahaprabhu's body appeared like a transcendental Himalayan mountain bearing ecstatic emotional flower trees, all of them blooming. Trying to describe Mahaprabhu and his associates, the situations, the love of Godhead. Then we see Kṛṣṇadāsa, Kavirāja, also Vrindavan Das Thakur, Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Guru, all they're trying to use words to describe something that's beyond words. So Mahaprabhu's body appeared like a transcendental Himalayan mountain bearing ecstatic emotional flower trees, all of them blooming. Okay. And then, okay, next we'll read the translation first, then we'll go to the Bengali. Upon seeing all these symptoms, everyone's mind and consciousness were attracted. Indeed, the Lord sprinkled everyone's mind with the nectar of transcendental love of Godhead. Okay, so dekhite, ākarṣaye, attracts. Dekhite, ākarṣaye, sabāra, citta-mana, everyone's mind and consciousness. Citta-mana. So dekhite, ākarṣaye, sabāra, citta-mana. Then premāmṛta-vṛṣṭye. Vṛṣṭye, prabhu, siñce is sprinkling, so the rain, vṛṣṭi, you know rain? What's puṣpa-vṛṣṭi? You know?
Flower shower.
Yep, flower shower. And what is that? Outside, sometimes it is raining and we say, oh, puṣpa-vṛṣṭi. You know what is that rain?
Like drizzling or something?
No, a good idea, because that idea of sprinkling, but it is Gurudev, this one Gurudev told, when the sun is shining and it is raining at the same time, that rain is known as puṣpa-vṛṣṭi. Gurudev said, those who see, actually it's the gods showering down pushpa flowers. There's a certain kind of rain which is like that, and it feels very auspicious. Like the sun is bright and the rain is coming down. Oh, puṣpa-vṛṣṭi, Gurudev saying. So Vrishti, anyway, where's our Vrishti? What? I lost the page. Did it turn the page? Oh, here. Or on this page. So, dekhite, ākarṣaye, sabāra, citta-mana, premāmṛta-vṛṣṭye. Premāmṛta. Ecstatic prema, amrita, honey, nectar. Ecstatic nectar, vṛṣṭi, rain. Siñce, sprinkled. Sabāra, everyone's mana, mind. So there we are. Dekhite, ākarṣaye, sabāra, citta-mana, premāmṛta-vṛṣṭye, prabhu, siñce, sabāra, mana. Next, Jagannatha Sevaka Jata Raja Patragana, Jatrika Loka Nilachala Vasi Jatajana. He sprinkled, Mahaprabhu sprinkled the minds of the servants of Lord Jagannath, the government officers, the Raja Patragana, the pilgrim visitors, Jatrika Loka, the Jatri is the pilgrimage, Jatrika Loka, the people of pilgrims. Then the general population and all the residents of Jagannath Puri. So Jagannatha Sevaka Jata Raja Patragana Jatrika Loka Nila Chalebashi Jata Jana. Next verse, Prabhura Nritya Prema Deki Hoya Chamatkara Krishna Prema Madhya-līlā Hridoye Sabāra. You understand? Prabhura Nritya Prema Deki Hoya Chamatkara Krishna Prema Uchila Hridoye Sabāra. Everyone who saw this dancing in prema of Mahaprabhu. Anyway, after seeing the dancing and ecstatic love of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so after seeing the dancing and ecstatic love of Mahaprabhu, everyone became chamatkara. What does that mean? Chamatkara. What does chamatkara mean?
Wonder.
Yes, more than wonder. Astonishment. Super wonderful astonishment. Anyway, prabhura nritya prema dekhi hoya chamatkara. Krishna prema uchalila hridoye sabāra. Hridoy?
Heart.
Yes. And sabāra?
Everyone.
Yes. So Krishna prema uchalila arose. Hridoye sabāra, in everybody's heart. Jai. Then preme nache gaya loka kore kola hola. Prabhura of Prabhura nritya dekhi sobe anande vivala. Tasted ananda. Everybody tasted ananda. So preme nache gaya loka kore kola hola. Prabhura nritya dekhi sobe anande vivala. Everyone danced and chanted in ecstatic love, and a great noise resounded. Kola hola is great noise. And a great noise resounded. Everyone was overwhelmed with transcendental bliss just to see the dancing of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Urgent. Okay, that's urgent for me after the class. Anyeraki, or after the reading, it's not a class, it's a reading. Anyeraki kaya Jagannatha haladhara prabhura nritya dekhi suke chalila mantara. Apart from the others, even Lord Jagannath and Lord Balaram, with great happiness, began to move very slowly upon seeing the dancing of Mahaprabhu. Kabu suke, sometimes happy, nritya range dekhe Ratha-yātrā, se kautuka jai dekila, se tara sakshi. Yes, Lord Jagannath and Balaram sometimes stopped the car and happily observed Lord Chaitanya's dancing. Anyone who was able to see them stop and watch, anyone who is able to see them, Jagannath and Baladev, on the carts, the Ratha-yātrā carts, and see them stop and watch the dancing, bore witness to their pastimes. Say, Tara, Sakshi, Sakshi. Sakshi Gopal, witness Gopal. Witness. Mata, in this way, Prabhu, Mahaprabhu, Nritya, Korite, Brahmite, Prataparudrera age lagila porite. Prataparudra age lagila porite. Began to fall flat. So mata, in this way, Prabhu, Mahaprabhu, Nritya, dancing, Korite, Brahmite, did, the word koro, to do, and Brahmite, wandering about. So what does it say? And then Prataparudra, age, lagila, porite. Prataparudra Maharaj, in front of him, started to fall down. When Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was dancing and wandering in this way, he fell down in front of Maharaj, Prataparudra. Prataparudrera, so it is of him. Then Mahaprabhu fell down in front, began to fall down, it says here, began to fall down in front of Maharaj Prataparudra. So it means not fall down in obeisances, but he's dancing madly, and he began to fall down. It says in here, it doesn't say that. In front. Lagila means begin.
After that, what was lagila?
Parite.
To fall.
Yeah. So he began to fall down in front of him. Then next verse, Maharaj Prataparudra picked the Lord up with great respect. But it's also, okay, I'll read that because it says, Sambrahme, that's with great respect. Prataparudra Prabhu ke Dorila. It says actually, Dorila is to grasp, to hold. And so he's beginning to fall down. And then King Prataparudra Maharaj, Then he held the Lord as he's about to fall down. Then taha ke dekhite prabhura bhaya jnana hoila. But upon seeing the king, the Lord came to his external senses. Bahya, B long A, H-Y-A, jnana, external knowledge, external consciousness.
So much he did actually hold him, or he was going to?
No, he's holding him. His Mahaprabhu was falling down, and then he caught him. But very respectfully, sambrame praparudra prabhu ke dharila. Taha ke dekhite prabhura bahya jnana hoila. So seeing him, Mahaprabhu, external consciousness came into. Okay, oh dear. Now we can't end here though, can we? Oh. Okay, tomorrow we're going to read this part. But we forget this last verse. We just have Mahaprabhu happily dancing and chanting in everyone's mind sprinkled with ecstatic rain, ecstatic nectarian rain. Prema, what was it? Premananda, maybe. Vṛṣṭye. That verse, what a wonderful verse. Premāmṛta-vṛṣṭye. Premāmṛta. Premāmṛta-vṛṣṭye. Siñce sabāra mana. So anyway, very wonderful. So we'll end on a happy note, but now Mahaprabhu suddenly, his consciousness has broken, his transcendental consciousness has broken, but we need to read quite a few more verses when we're coming to that next pastime. So today's pastime, ecstatic dancing.
After or before they met together, Maharaj, Prabhu, Mahaprabhu?
I think this is the very first time they met together. And then presently, soon we will find out that the devotees made some arrangement. They thought, how can Prataprabhu, because now Mahaprabhu is showing he will, I'm sorry to say, going to show some anger, that, oh, how can I be touched by a king, this kind of thing. But then the devotees find a way to soften his heart and to have him in a garden come and get the mercy of Mahaprabhu. So this is a preview to what's going to come. Yeah, so it's before their sort of continuous happy meeting, as it were.
But the king received, because Mahaprabhu gave his mercy to the son.
That's right.
And the son embraced the king, and he got, well, I don't know.
And he gave some cloth also, yeah. Yeah.
Ecstatic.
That's right. Yeah. Okay, now where's our magic bookmark? Okay. You've seen these, right? This is amazingly simple, but you can put the bookmark to your exact place where you are in the book by putting it around the book and putting this to the very page where it slides up and down. And when you have, the one volume, Caitanya-caritāmṛta, it's got 2 columns on each page. And sometimes there are many verses, and somebody finishes reading, and then next day, like, which verse? Like so many verses, but with this. So whoever designed this, well done. It shows that people do still read books, that they're even available in the market. Such a thing. Okay, this is where we were. Jai Shri Caitanya-caritāmṛta ki Jai. And reading from Sri Guru and His grace with a Simala marker. Oh, well, God consciousness versus society consciousness. And don't forget, this book came out at a time of great need when society was in a very difficult situation, the ISKCON society, which is where we came from. We came by the grace, we all came by the grace of Prabhupada. He brought to the Western world, he brought to the whole world Krishna consciousness. And that quote that you found of Srila Gurudev saying, Srila Gurudev saying, Srila Prabhupada prepared the receivers, like making the radios, making all the electronics, you set it right so a radio can receive something. You can have, all the components, but they need to be assembled properly. And Srila Prabhupada, he made the people of the world into receivers. He made receivers, then able to catch what is the current of Krishna consciousness, and Guru Maharaj added to that. He gave to the receivers also who could receive. And so this chapter, God consciousness versus Krishna consciousness, God consciousness versus society consciousness. Just for a few minutes. Mahaprabhu's talking to us. Somehow, if anybody's watching or listening, you probably can't hear, but there were some sounds coming from the altar with the curtains open. So, all right, so Shri Guru and His Grace Ki Jai, and Srila Guru Maharaj, the author Ki Jai, and inseparable Srila Gurudev, without whom we would not have Guru Maharaj in our consciousness. We wouldn't know who he is. And in the latest video with the subtitles on the Govinda Maharaj video series, and well, unless one has been put just now, but from about 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago, there's a new video there. That video, Gurudev is in Australia, and he's explaining about many things. There are many things, many points in this one short half-hour video, but he's expressing just very clearly lots of things. One is that the Siksha Guru is not to be considered anything less than the Diksha Guru. And indeed, Gurudev said the Siksha Guru is revealing who is the Diksha Guru. Otherwise, without getting in proper guidance, we can't understand also who is the Guru. As Guru Maharaj said, is he wearing summer clothes? Is he wearing winter clothes? How do we identify many things like this? And Gurudev, you see how, in an exemplary way, he revealed Guru Maharaj. Absolutely. So anyway, that every video, every audio, every book is worth, most valuable. But that, we saw it in Latvia. And with the automatic translation from the carefully prepared English transliteration that Chinmoy Dev does with the help of Subhasini and others as a little bit of a team for checks and balances. Maybe you're on that team. Not. And anyway, those who know good English and good Russian, they said, no, the subtitles that are now produced when you do the translation on YouTube, they said they were good. This artificial intelligence is becoming quite good to catch what words to keep, like parampara and things like that. It doesn't just start, giving confusing things. So it was good. But there, Srila Gurudev, it's a very good talk. Why I say that. We saw it just now, so it's the best talk ever. We're reading this book, it's the best book ever. So, but Gurudev is very clear, and he was in good health. Sometimes Gurudev is struggling, like it looks almost painful to see Gurudev giving all his energy to say some things, like he's struggling. Gurudev gave his full energy to share with the devotees. But this time Gurudev rosy cheeks, 1996, his earlier tour. Then 1996 he came again in the end of December for the installation of the deities. And this year is 2026.
Yeah, 30.
So this year's 30th anniversary.
In January. Yeah.
January the 1st. They installed on January the 1st. And consulted with Gurudev. Because usually the installation day or a special day coincides with one of the days of the lunar calendar for the Vaishnava calendar. But the devotees, they said to Gurudev, but if we do on the 1st of January, every year the devotees will be on holiday basically. So the devotees will be able to come for the anniversary of the installation. And Gurudev said, yes, this is good idea. And Gurudev was going there. So he went there for that installation. Okay, very short reading, but to make sure that we listen, we must answer 2 questions each, because there's only 4 of us. 2 questions each at the time of breakfast, before we have our breakfast. So we have to think of 2, 4, 6, 8 things. Oh, you're going to write it down. 8 things that Gurudev said, because we can't repeat what somebody else said. Okay, we'll ask 1 question each. Student. So, student. In the quest for spiritual truth, one may join a religious mission to advance towards the ultimate goal of life. After some time, however, sectarian policies may appear to bar the path of progress. He may see that within the society, pragmatic concerns take precedence over spiritual ideals. If one feels the necessity to look elsewhere, his authorities may tell him that there are no higher truths to be found. One may also be warned that if he leaves the society, he will suffer serious repercussions. He may become an outcast, branded as a heretic for pursuing what he sincerely feels to be the ideal upon which the society was founded. Should he risk leaving the society, ignoring the advice of his immediate authorities, or should he try to remain within the society? And last time I was here, actually it was the time before last, which was quite recently, there was that man, that there was a devotee here, now I don't remember his name, but he was with me, with us, and I was part of the us, who left from ISKCON against the direction of our authorities, for sure. They were not happy. And we didn't hardly remember each other, but we were in exactly, it was us, we were together. And it was like 44 years ago. So, you meet each other for a few days, 44 years ago. Little difficult to remember. But he was telling his story, and then, I was in exactly that same situation. And we came out together from ISKCON mission. And anyway, we won't tell stories, but there was a lot of resistance from the ISKCON authorities. Anyway, now Srila Guru Maharaj answers. Progress means elimination and new acceptance. So, when there is a clash between the relative and absolute standpoint, then the relative must be left aside and the absolute should be accepted. Suppose you are an American. So Gurudev also often giving examples. Srila Kṛṣṇadāsa Kavirāja giving examples to help us understand things. Suppose you are an American but at heart you are a socialist, a communist. In your general practices, you will live harmoniously as an American. But when there is a conflict between the capitalists and the socialists, on which side will you accept? The socialist or the capitalist? Your creed is that of a socialist. You live in a country where the majority are capitalists. When there is no difference between the two parties, there is no conflict. But when there is a clash, which side will you take? Internally, you may identify yourself as a socialist, but for the sake of peace and for the good of the country, you may not express it externally. But suppose you are an out-and-out socialist, you will try to keep your creed, the purity of faith for the socialists. You will try to leave the country and join the socialists. And this is, remember at the time, a heavy, like, capitalist against communist, which now, I don't know that that's got anything to do with any conflicts today. So the absolute and the relative are two different classes of interest. So the absolute and relative are two different classes of interest, two different categories of interest. And we find more importance in the absolute interest. We must be sincere to our creed. Sometimes we have to leave our paraphernalia if it does not suit us. So also, even in the conception of purity of the Krishna consciousness movement, in the Vaishnava creed there is purity and form. The form is necessary to help me in a general way to maintain my present position. At the same time, my conception of the higher ideal will always goad me to advance, to go forward. And goad means like the elephant, the master of the elephant, he's got a stick and he will goad the elephant to go in a certain way. So at the same time, the conception of the higher ideal will goad me to advance, to go forward. And wherever I go, I must follow the greater model, the greater ideal. Spiritual life is progressive, not stagnant. Do you follow? The devotee answers, yes. Srila Guru Maharaj continues, it is progressive. We are in the stage of sadhana, spiritual practice, and we want a progressive life. We want to go ahead, not backwards. The formal position will help me to maintain my present status, and my extraordinary affinity for the ideal will goad me towards the front. Just as there are so many progressive parties in so many missions, progressive communists, progressive Christianity, etc. First there were Catholics, then Protestants, then Puritans, and in this way Christianity progressed. So there is development in the right way and also in the wrong way. The search for Sri Krishna is dynamic and living. So adjustment and readjustment is always going on. And we should also change our present position accordingly, so that we may not have to sacrifice the high ideal for which we have now come. One is born in a particular land by the arrangement of nature, but his high ideal may sometimes ask him to leave the country. Einstein had to leave Germany and go to America for his ideal of life. And so many similar instances may be found in the world. The ideal is all in all. The highest ideal in a man is his highest jewel in a person. Don't get caught up on men and women. The highest ideal in a man, in a person, is his highest jewel. Our most precious gem is our ideal. There. So that's where we end today. The first words tomorrow are, many things are recommended in the scriptures, but they are meant to promote us towards the truth. Okay, we'll end there. Many things are recommended in the scriptures, but they are meant to promote us towards the truth. ... So come back tomorrow to find out what Guru Maharaj is going to say. Really wonderful things. All right, our last chance for 2 months to hear from Gadadhar Pandit, from Gadadhar Prabhu. Still, he's a Pandit too, wise man, because he's going to go to Navadip, the land of Mahaprabhu. And so we can ask you, lead Hari Harai Nama Krishna, kindly. I don't know, well, it may or may not be 55. 65? 65. Yes. You see, you're familiar with the new book already. Good for you. Hari Harai Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha. Hari Harai Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha. Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha. Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan. Giridhari Gopinath Madana Mohan. Shri Caitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra.
Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Dora Bhakta Vrinda.
Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Dora Bhakta Vrinda.
Jai Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghuna.
Jai Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghuna.
Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raghuna.
Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raghuna.
Echai Gosai Kori Charana Bandhan.
Echai Gosai Kori Charana Bandhan.
Jaha hoite Vignana Shabista Puran.
Jaha hoite Vignana Shabista Puran.
Echai Gosai Jar Muitarada.
Echai Gosai Jar Muitarada.
Tan sabāra padarenu mura panchagra.
Sabāra padarenu mura panchagra.
Tandera charana se bhi bhakta saneva.
Tandera charana se bhi bhakta saneva.
Janame mora abhila.
Janame mora abhila.
Echai Gosai jabe braja koilaba.
Echai Gosai jabe braja koilaba.
Shri Radha Krishna Nitya-līlā korila prakāsh.
Radha Krishna Nitya-līlā korila prakāsh.
Anande bolo Hari bhaja Vrindavan.
Anande bolo Hari bhaja Vrindavan.
Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Majayaman.
Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Majayaman.
Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koriya,
Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koriya,
Hari Nama Sankirtana Kohe Narottamada,
Hari Nama Sankirtana Kohe Narottamada.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitya Gaura Hari Bol,
Nitya Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitya Gaura Hari Bol.
Nitya Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol,
Nitya Gaura Hari Bol, Hari
Hari Bol, Nitya Gaura Hari Bol.
Bol, Nitya Gaura Hari Bol. And Jais?
Jai Shankar Shri Guru Guru Sundara Giridhar Ki
Jai.
Jai Shankar Shri Guru Gauranga.
Yes, no problem. Then Guru, Jai, Srila, Gurudev ki Jai, Jai Srila Guru Maharaj ki Jai, Jai Shri Rupanuga Guru Vaga ki Jai, Tulsi Devi ki Jai, Sri Caitanya-caritāmṛta Acharya Vrinda ki Jai, Sri Caitanya-caritāmṛta Math London ki Jai, Sri Caitanya-caritāmṛta Math Navadip ki Jai, Sri Navadip Dham ki Jai, Sri Vrindavan Dham ki Jai, Sri Purushottam Dham ki Jai, Sri Caitanya-caritāmṛta ki Jai, Sri Guru and His Grace ki Jai. All the assembled devotees here and online and in the recorded version on ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai, Nitai Gaur Premanandi.